that's Luzhou, which is the name, Luoyang, two names of cities that they've come from. Ancestrally, that's where they've migrated from, the客家人, the guest people. 大家好，我是英国杰克，这是我亲爱的妈妈。
大家好，我是英国老妈。
今天我们来听一听周深的《若思念便思念》。Woohoo!
Joshen!
So, Mum, we're once again listening to Joshen twice in 1 week.
Yay!
Having listened to The Starry Sky yesterday, not sure when it'll be released, but yesterday for us filming, today we're listening to a really incredible song, which I guess in English is if you miss it, then miss it. Now, you know I love to do lots of research for my videos before, so I can explain to you the background culture, the background history, and just everything that's going on. This one took me quite a long time, I have to say. I'm quite proud of the research I've done, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the video. I think it's a really, really cool video, to be honest.
I'm looking forward to this one.
So what this song embodies, Mum, is a real deep sense of missing your home, yearning for your home, which is a really powerful emotion and one that's very important during, well, any festival really, but the Chinese festivals of Chunjie and also Zhongqiujie, which has just recently been.
Yeah, Mid-Autumn Festival. You
celebrate those with your family, just like we do Easter or Christmas or whatever culture out there in the world celebrates. You know, you want to be with your loved ones in your hometown. So I think this is the main reason why Joshen has performed this during Zhongqiujie. Now, to fill you in on the background and the history of this song, I need to tell you about a really special group of people in China who are called客家人, and they in English are called the hackers or the Hakka people. Which I've got to be honest, I don't know why the English translation is like that, because it doesn't sound anything like 客家人.
I know Jia and I know Ren.
You know Jia and you know Ren, yeah. So 客 means guest. So guest, home, people. So people that are guests. That's a strange name for a group of people, right?
Guest home people. Maybe like visitors.
Yeah. So these people, their history is that originally they were from the central plain area of China. So the centre of China, Henan, this type of area. But across a number of different dynasties, not just in Tang Dynasty, Sui Dynasty, across thousands of years, they have migrated to the very most southerly points of China. A lot of the客家人are in Fujian, which is very southerly in China. They also have migrated to lots of other countries. So there's a lot of客家人in the UK or, all over the world, really. But what they have done is they've kept their original dialect and a lot of their original culture. So it's when we talk about missing home, it's even more poignant for these people who we said 客家人, their name is like the guest people. Because they, when they're thinking back, even though they now live perhaps in southern China, they think back to their ancestral homes in the centre of China. So very interesting. So this explains why when I first watched the video, I was a little bit confused because in the video it has lots of images and photography from Henan, places in central China. But it's a song sung about people that mostly now live in Fujian on the coast. And so at first, your first instinct may be, well, why are they thinking back to this place? They don't live there. But that's where their ancestral home has been. They've maybe wandered somewhat.
I really like the sound of that, like they've got a sense of themselves and where they've come from. It sounds quite grounded.
Yeah. And they've got their own language as well, which is Kejiahua, which I absolutely don't understand. And not many, like across China, not many people do know it. It's just these Kejiaren. Yeah. So as a people, have got some really cool and distinctive culture, and it shows us it in this video. One of which that I want to point out, you know that I previously lived in Beijing?
I do.
Beijing's traditional building that people would live in is called the Yiheyuan. It's famously a square. It's a square courtyard and all the rooms are in like square shapes, and it's so important that it's a square. Well, the Kejiaren live in circles, and you'll see when you see the house, it's a really interesting architecture of a building, the traditional building that they live in. It's in the video, so make sure to look out for that. It also shows us some of the food that they eat, and yeah, just lots of other cool cultural things.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Another last thing to point out to you is Joshun, being the lingual genius that he is, he sings the first 2 lines in客家话. So I can't understand them, and you need to be able to speak客家话, Hakka language, to be able to understand them.
That guy is amazing.
Yeah, right, let's take a listen. Putting our earphones in. Right then, guys, here we go with 若思念便思念. Joshun singing this song. So these are the 客家话. And now that's back to 普通话.
故事里有牵绊，宇宙也渐远，人在灯下山南。想起那时方言，谁又在谁心间？在北边。
Also, you know, it's come out for 中秋节, so as we said for his other video, the moon plays a big part, right? So Longmen, that's a mountain in Henan. Might be in Shanxi. It's not in Fujian though, it's not in the south. So that's Luzhou, which is the name, Luoyang, 2 names of cities that they've come from. Ancestrally, that's where they've migrated from, the客家人, the guest people.
Oh, it's lovely visuals, really nice.
Yeah, so this is where they originally came from. Regional capital city. Did you see, not there, but you see some circular buildings. It's what they're really famed for. The home structures that they live in. There we go, that's one of them.
Is this where they've gone to? The coast?
Yeah.
Different geography then?
Yeah. Look, there's the circular houses. They're very unique, aren't they?
Yeah, yes.
So these are all paintings, I think. So these are paintings, but these are some of the traditions.
Made the paintings come alive, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
Digitally.
This is the food that they eat. Looks a bit like those lotus meat sandwiches. The buildings are great, aren't they?
Yeah,
the circular buildings. Now, I've got no idea what this is. Tell me if you know. It looks massive. Woohoo! Right then, Mum, that was 若思念便思念, sang by the wonderful Joshun. What were your first feelings and thoughts on that?
Oh wow, that was absolutely fabulous. I mean, Joshun's voice, but the quality of the video, and there was so much going on. I liked looking at the the geography and the round buildings. And then also, I just thought it was quite funny, in the last video that we watched,
Starry Sky,
Joshin was an astronaut and he was making paper planes, and on this video
he's making paper boats.
He's making paper boats and he was sailing along on a boat. So yeah, he's doing a lot of travelling.
Yeah. There's so much information and background packed into that video. I probably didn't do a perfect job of explaining it all to you. I'd love to tell you what those round buildings are called. I just know that they are a specialty of the客家人. I think they're a really interesting like concept, that they are this, like, their name is like the guest people. And they have this almost wandering, lost spirit from their ancestral home, which I think is just really, when you're on Mid-Autumn Festival and you're thinking back to your hometown, it just makes it all that more powerful. You're not just thinking of your hometown, it's like your whole people are thinking of their ancestral land.
I think in that video you could feel the pull to, you know, going back and the past and where we've come from, which is, most of us are quite intrigued about that, you know.
Certainly, yeah.
It informs who we are now.
You've looked into your ancestral family tree, haven't you?
I have,
yeah. And I guess it'd be quite difficult if you were for 1,000 years you were almost like a nomadic people where you were migrating to a different place. Yeah, I think the people that are from today's Fujian as well are very much brave in terms of going overseas as well. There's a lot of migration overseas, which would make sense if historically they've had the knowledge of migrating in China. So that's why there'll be a lot of them that have migrated to the UK or to America or to, well, different countries across the world, because they've got that experience and that knowledge of being comfortable with migrating. Yeah, but always looking back to Henan. Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to just say, that Joshin's outfit, his jacket, another absolutely 10 out of 10 spot on jacket.
We've not talked about his clothes for a while, but it was something we always used to talk about and notice that he always has excellent selection in jackets, which is the clothing that he wears on the top. It's very nice today, very white, wasn't it?
In the last video he had a very traditional style jacket that was sparkly in silver, and this was more flowing gowns in white. Yeah. Very nice.
I've got to say, Henan TV, which is the TV station that produced this, do some really top quality videos. They also produced, do you remember we watched that lady where she was swimming underwater?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and there's another video that I want to show you that is called Lawman something else. Longman blah blah blah. Anyway, it's fantastic. I've noticed they're really good at making these like cultural output videos.
Great.
Yeah, which Henan doesn't have. In China it's like not like Beijing or Shanghai. Henan is a province, but it doesn't have any massive cities in it, so it's quite interesting that it's got such an amazing TV channel really, but it is not a major city or a major area in China. Anyway, I've been waffling for far too long. We know it's to celebrate Zhongqiujie as well, so we wish you a happy Zhongqiujie. We know it's already gone, we've already eaten Yuebing, but we'll wish you happy Zhongqiujie once more.
We will.
Yeah, and we'll leave it there. Alright, 如果你喜欢这期视频，你知道做什么呢？点赞。好的，下次再见，拜拜。
再见。